Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and we got it. This is exactly what I wanted to see. It's been a few months since JP has released an LR. I believe the last, summonable LR that did release over on the Japanese version was LR Super Baby 2 and Goku, Trunks, and Pan. Both phenomenal units. Now, according to Team Dokkan, next week we will indeed have another LR. So this does make a lot of sense. If we take a look here at the calendar, Golden Week, like the official start of it is going to be like, I think around this date right here, the 26th. So if we go ahead and take a look, this CAULIFLA and Kale banner, which is going to be coming, is probably about a week away on the 16th, 15th, one of those days. I think the 16th is probably a very likely day, a very likely landing spot for this LR Kale and CAULIFLA card. Now, here we see Team Dokkan, of course, picking this GIF. This is from episode 102 or 103 or something like that of Dragon Ball Super. This is when Kale and CAULIFLA beat several of the Pride Troopers. This is definitely an LR-worthy moment. Now, the only unfortunate thing is it doesn't look like it is going to be a Kefla card because, Team Dokkan is not mentioning a transformation anywhere here. I'm sure if there was some sort of version of Kefla that would be appearing, or it was a transforming card, Team Dokkan would have said that. So it's probably just going to be Kale and CAULIFLA together. This is good because they're going to be on a number of teams, and they're going to really buff a number of teams. We're going to go into that in a second. But real quick, listen, me and the homie Nano, can we say that we called it? See, a week ago, look at that, LR Kale and CAULIFLA. They set it up right there on a silver platter, especially when we found out that there was no, none of the Universe 6 Saiyans were represented in that story event at all. It's like Hit, Champa, the Universe 6 Namekians. It's like, oh, it's been a long time since any of the Universe 6 Saiyans have had a card. And then, of course, the homie Nano dropped a video on it just yesterday. So the writing was on the wall that we were probably going to get a, LR from Universe 6. Now, what's interesting, I remember a lot of people on Global back in December were really pinning their hopes that there would be an LR Kefla release to coincide with Hit. But, obviously for whatever reason, they decided to hold back a majority of the stuff that came along with Hit on Global. I don't really know why. So, the Universe 6 story event, and now also what looks to be an LR CAULIFLA and Kale banner. It's probably going to be a very bad banner, by the way, this LR CAULIFLA and Kale banner. Like, I kind of just want to get that out there right away. It's going to be an LR banner, so we're probably going to have about 12, 10 or 12 featured units. Could be quite annoying trying to pull these guys. So, definitely make sure to keep that in mind. Let's see what this LR does first before I tell people if they should summon or not. But, man, LR banners are always, a sort of tricky thing to summon on. So here we have Hit, right? Hit is, of course, the leader of the Universe 6 team, which LR, Kale, and CAULIFLA are definitely, they're being released to buff this team. Like, there's no doubt about it. That's why. Because if we take a look at the Universe 6 category, it's very, very small, right? And there's no LRs currently on it. Really, I think Hit could get an LR someday. CAULIFLA and Kale certainly is deserving of one, and some sort of Kefla LR. All deserving of being LRs. So, we'll see what eventually happens. Now, if we take a look, let's really quick look at, CAULIFLA. Let me pull up Kale, and then let's also take a look at Kefla here. So, here we have CAULIFLA, right? Peppy Gals. I would say that LR, Kale, and CAULIFLA will almost assuredly be on Peppy Gals. It also depends, right? Because on Peppy Gals here, I actually have Peppy Gals open up right here. This Berserk Kale is not on the Peppy Gals category team, but this Super Saiyan 2 Kale right here is on the Peppy Gallus category team. And then also the base form Kale down here is also on the Peppy Gallus category team. So it'll be very important. Remember, in the anime, when Caulifla and Kale are doing that attack, that combined attack to knock out the Pride Troopers, Kale is first in that sort of... I mean, she's more of in Super Saiyan 1, though. She's not in Super Saiyan 2. I think, like, the Super Saiyan 2 part, Kale unlocks that during her and Caulifla's fight with Goku, right? So it's just Super Saiyan Kale. And then, like, as her and Caulifla are, you know, kind of pushing the Pride Troopers' blast back, Kale kind of taps in. She goes into her Berserk form or mode, but she is able to control it. So it's going to be interesting to see, like, you know, if part of the attack she goes into that form or what. But I'm going to be, like, they had better put this card on Peppy Gallus, because here's the thing. Not only will this be the first LR in Universe 6, this is going to be the first Peppy Gallus LR. So, you know, this could potentially be like a 150 or a 170% Peppy Gallus leader team. That would be really interesting, because some of these Peppy Gallus units are absolutely disgusting, right? And especially, like, on a team itself. Like, let me just pull up Chi-Chi, for example, right? Just to refresh you guys. 100% attack at the start of turn. She seals, and she gives Peppy Gallus 3 key and 120% to defense. So, like, the Peppy Gallus team is full of units like that just do, like, insane things. Like, Videl lowers attack and defense on Super. She gets a massive attack and defensive buff, you know, depending on how many Peppy Gallus category allies are on the team. She also lowers enemy attack for 2 turns on her passive, and she recovers 20% of damage dealt as HP. So she, like, Videl, you know, some of these Peppy Gallus characters are very, very strong. Like, it's going to be very interesting to see if this becomes an actual legitimate category team. You know, we could potentially see them have, like, some other version of leader skills, though. You know, okay, so Universal Survival Saga, Caulifla is also on. You know, and I obviously LR, Kale, and Caulifla will be on that. Pure Saiyans, they should be on the Pure Saiyan category. No doubt about that. Because, you know, unless it's a fusion, they should definitely be on that Pure Saiyan category. So that could be one more strong unit on that Pure Saiyan category team. Full power, I would think that they'll be on full power, but, you know, we'll see. I feel like Peppy Gallus or full power, one of them might not end up on the card, so we'll see. If it's between those two, I'd much rather this unit be in the Peppy Gallus category, and that, you know, team finally getting an LR. And then, of course, Caulifla is also in Universe 6, right? All the categories except for Peppy Gallus and Full Power, they're up in the air. But Pure Saiyan, Universal Survival Arc, and Universe 6, they definitely will be on. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at Kale, same couple categories that we looked at. And now let's look at Kefla here. The only difference for Kefla is that she is on the Patara team. And again, you know, unless Kale and Caulifla have some sort of fusion mechanic, you know, they're not going to be on the Patara team. But if they do have a fusion mechanic, they could be an interesting unit for the Patara team. We'll see. Now, the other thing I do got to point out about this potential LR Caulifla and Kale here is these units have one issue, and that, like, let's take a look at them. So here's Caulifla, right? Battlefield Diva, key link. She does have Super Saiyan, that's an attack link. Golden Warrior, key link. Warriors of Universe 6, key link. Prepare for Battle, key link. Tournament of Power, key link. Shattering the Limit, key link. Like, these units are just filled up with key links. They don't really have attack links. So, like, you know, LR, Kale, and Caulifla, their only attack links could end up just being Super Saiyan and Legendary Power. So that could kind of neuter their attacking power a little bit. And this is a common problem among all of the Universe 6 female Saiyans. Because, again, look at Kale. You know, Battlefield Diva, key link. Saiyan Lineage, key link. Warriors Universe 6, key link. Key link. Key link, key link, key links across the board, and then her one attack link, Berserker, that's a very trash, awful attack link. And then even Kefla, this is still a problem for her. She does have Super Saiyan, but then look, key link, Power Bestowed by God, that's cool, but then a whole bunch of other key links. So, two things. One, like, depending upon how their passive looks, like, hopefully, because they don't really have attack links, they will have, like, 170% attack or something like that. It wouldn't be, like, Like, if they had, like, I don't know, 180%, 190, 170% attack, like, on paper, it's going to be like, whoa, they're insane. But remember, there's going to be a difference between them and, like, you know, LR Majin Vegeta or LR Gohan, who have, you know, several attack links, several common attack links, whereas, you know, LR Kale and Caulifla probably will not. But here's the thing. On the Pepe Gals team, the Universal Survival Arc team, Universe 6 team, like, it is going to be a joke for them to get their 18 key supers. These days, it seems like that is the best indication of how good an LR really is. Can they consistently get that 18 key super? Because nowadays, every LR has an attack and defensive buff, so they're tanky and they could do great damage. You know, the summonable LRs are all, like, you know, on the hardest hitting units list, right? Like they hit way harder than most of the Dokkan Fest exclusives in the game. But can they get their 18 key super consistently? LR, Kale, and Caulifla really should be able to. So I actually think they are probably going to end up being quite good. Of course, as a featured summonable LR, usually those units are pretty good. So we'll go ahead and finish up here, guys. I mean, this is pretty exciting. Honestly, LR, Kale, and Caulifla, I'm down. I think I would have rather had an LR Kefla. You know, I'm more fond of Kefla, I would say, probably than I am of Caulifla and Kale. But, you know, there's still plenty of room in the future for, you know, a base form Kefla, you know, a new Super Saiyan Kefla. You never know. We could potentially get, like, a new base form Kefla or something with the LR banner. You know, it's not, you know, no guarantee that it's only just the LR, Caulifla, and Kale. The other thing, too, depending upon what they are as... Oh, another category they'll have, of course, is the combination or joined forces category, obviously. And it'll be interesting to see what their SSR card is. If they wanted to be kind to us, they would make it either Caulifla or Kale, because they're both easily farmable from the Universal Survival Arc events, which are up right now. But they might just make it Caulifla and Kale as the base SSR, like they did with LR, Goku, Trunks, and Pan. So they might not be farmable, and you might have to use, you know, 19 Elder Kais, which can be rough. So we'll see what happens. But I definitely, listen, I think this banner, LR, Caulifla, and Kale, is the prime, perfect time to introduce face cam. 100%. Not even a joke. 100%. That stream's going to pop up. We're summoning for LR, Kale, and Caulifla. Face cam. It's going to be a good time. I'm definitely excited for this unit. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for LR, Kale, and Caulifla? Would you rather have LR, Kefla, or what? Personally, I am pretty excited for this. I'm definitely, you know, very excited to see what they do. And, of course, to summon on their banner. Although that banner is going to be real bad. It's just going to be full of, like, Caulifla, Kale, Kefla, units we've seen featured a million times. So, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll catch y'all next time.